Hi everybody! Welcome back to my channel. It's Constance the Reader and we're starting a new vlog, but we're in my office because we just filmed the January wrap-up. So yeah, we're starting a new reading vlog, but I did mention in that video that I really want to start doing my, monthly wrap-ups again, my monthly TBRs again. I know that my vlogs are very long and I really appreciate everybody encouraging me and saying it's okay, but I didn't know that not everybody wants to sit through those. So that's why we're getting the wrap-ups back. And I'm excited. I think it'll also help me keep track of everything I've read as well. Last year I read a lot. I read over 300 things and that was really exciting. But because I was switching back and forth between StoryGraph and Goodreads, I lost some things along the way. So like there's some things that I forgot to put into StoryGraph that I put into Goodreads, and that does kind of throw off. It doesn't really matter. I was doing a good job of like not really caring. I was tracking. I was having fun. That was the whole point. But I read a lot and I want to do a better job this time of like keeping track of it. So like if I'm sitting there thinking like, oh shit, did I put that in? I'll go back to this video, or not this video, but the wrap-up video, to figure that out so we're not missing anything. But since I did the wrap-up video, that means we have to put some stuff away. Today is Sunday, the 1st of February. So exciting. It's the beginning of my birthday month and I don't play about my birthday. I'm excited. I'm gonna be 36 and that's exciting to me. I've got a positive attitude now. In January it wasn't going so well, let me tell you. Especially the end of January. I don't know what was up with me, but it just wasn't good. This weather has also hurt me a bit, or I've allowed myself to be hurt by this weather, just been frustrated. So I have to let all that go into this month with a positive attitude and be happy, because I like when I am in a good mood, even though it's okay to be sad. But we're gonna put those away. I'm excited to talk about, wait, I actually had a point there. Oh, I didn't read that much. I feel like I didn't read that much the last few weeks, and I haven't really read anything today, and I want to get back into it. I am excited because I had signed up for like the highest tier for Lezen, that they put out their new tiers, their new subscriptions, and it was the discounted price. So I was really excited about that. So I got like 5,000 fucking coins. I was like, where the hell did these come from? Girl, I was sitting there like, I don't even know what to get now that I have all these coins. So I feel like I'm just like, what do I do? And then I went to go and buy something that was completed, and that shit almost took all my damn coins. And I was like, well, now I can't do that. I don't want to, this is the most I've ever had. I don't want them to go away. So I'm just in a standstill. It's very sad. But we've got quite a bit that we will be getting into. I will be unlocking some more stuff on Lezen. I will be reading some more, but that will come later. I just wanted to do an intro because I did not do an intro for the vlog I will be editing soon. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to me, but I did not do an intro to me, but we're not letting that happen this time. Okay. I'm putting these up. Once I get all that cleared, then I will sit down and we'll do a TBR, and then we'll get into the vlog and we'll just start reading, because even though I do kind of have a busy week this week, I really want to read a lot, and I want to do a better job at vlogging. Tomorrow I might be hanging out with my friend. We'll see, because she is kind of busy. Squeeze me in there. And then I made plans to meet someone new on Thursday. I'm really excited. This girl that I work with at one of the stores is literally so nice. She's so nice. She's always talking to me. And the last time I was there, we were all talking about like getting together and hanging out. And I was like, you know what? She messaged me at the very end of January, because we didn't end up getting the opportunity to see each other. And she was like, I really would like to see you. I like being your friend. And I'm like, you know what? I want to nurture that, because I don't see a lot of people in my real life, which is fine. But I want to go out with more people. I like doing that. So I want to nurture this friendship, because I know what it's like. When I have tried to put myself out there to be friends with someone and I've gotten blown off a lot, I don't want that. I don't want to be that kind of person. I want to be the opposite of that, because I know how that makes me feel. I don't want that to happen to her, because she's so nice. So anyway, all that to say, we kind of have a busy week, but it's okay. We're going into it with positivity. We will be reading. I don't know that I'll be vlogging, hanging out with my friends, but I'll definitely talk about the stuff we're going to be eating, because I'm taking her on Thursday to my favorite Vietnamese restaurant. So I'm converting another person. I'm very excited. But before this gets too long, I'm going to wrap this little part up. I'm going to be listening to Last Podcast on the Left, the newest episode of the Alex Murdaugh case. Yeah, I want to listen to that episode because it's episode 3. But I'll get all that done, put all this away. You'll see me again. Exciting. Hello, everybody. You're in the cabinet again. All right, we're in the kitchen. And I have some things to report. So last night I did end up reading, but I fell asleep kind of early. So I didn't complete anything, but what I have been obsessively reading is How to Hide the Emperor's Child. I think that's what it's called. It's on Webtoon. I've been unlocking it at like a discounted coin rate, which is pretty cool. But yes, it's been very, very fun. Basically, you're following the main female character, 8 years, like 5 or 8, 5, 6, a few years prior. I can't remember exactly when. She was married to the emperor, right? Oh, and I'm also cooking dinner, so so right now, actually, let me start with that. What I'm doing right now, let me put the knife down because I don't know if that can be on YouTube. So basically, I'm doing barbecue chicken, collard greens, sweet potatoes, and I'm gonna make brown rice for Devin, you know, because he's trying to get healthy, y'all. And you can see the sheet. You can see the fucking sheet in the background. Today is actually like a pretty warm day. It's 40 something degrees outside, so it got a little warmer, which was good. Some of the snow and ice is melting, like not so bad, not so bad. I've been slowly chipping away like a little path for Devin, because he's been having some issues. He's had to use a cane every now and then, and girl, we both almost slipped and broke our asses several times on the damn snow and ice, because like it's just too hard to get to our cars in certain parts of the yard. So blah blah blah, all that to say, it slowly heated up. I had lunch with my friend. It was really great. I love my friend. I love seeing her. And yeah, but anyway, as I was saying, I'm making barbecue chicken. I'm very excited. Devin's getting the only other ingredients I need for the greens, because I forgot to get that, and we're about to run out of it anyway. So blah blah blah. Let's get my tools. But I wanted to talk about this thing. Okay, so How to Hide the Emperor's Child. You are following the main female character. Why can't I remember her name right now? Ugh, I hate that for me. I hate when I do that. I hate when I can't remember. I'll put the pictures up. I'll put the names up. Main female character, she was married to the emperor. The day that they were married, after they've consummated their marriage, they find out that the current emperor, so he's like are you a prince if your dad's an emperor? I don't know what these things are. He dies. And just as quickly, the now emperor divorces her. Nobody understands why. It seems very callous and cold, but clearly there's more to the story. So there you have that. It's coming. Like, I'm getting close to the end because I think that this is completed, if I remember correctly. So we're getting close to the end. So obviously we're about to find out like what exactly was the real issue. But she left the kingdom. She was like, I'm obviously I have to leave here. You're disgraced at this point because you were essentially divorced. And she ends up finding out that she was actually pregnant. So that one night consummating their marriage, she's pregnant, both very fertile. There you have it. I think it's 6 years later. She's lived a quiet life. Nobody knows that it's the emperor's son because their line has a distinct feature, and that is that they have red eyes. She has found a way to change the appearance of her child's eyes, and they've just lived quietly out in the country, and she's not royalty or anything. But due to a bunch of other shit going on, like because she was divorced, her father disowned her. Her father is clearly like a fucking asshole. But the person who's been by her side has been her brother, her grandpa. So that's been the person who's like been steadily helping her. Let me close this. So her grandpa's been the one who's been helping her. randomly, she's been told, you must come to the kingdom. You have to see the emperor. She doesn't know why, but she's like, I have to hide the fact that my son is his son, because it's not that she's trying to hide from him in a way that's like really shitty or anything. She just wants to live a simple life, and she believes that the emperor doesn't love her. So she's like, I'll get out of his hair. It's not that big of a deal. But I need to make this quick, because I think she needed to sign something. There's something going on where like she had to be there in person, but she was taken with her son, Theor. Girl, it's drama. It's drama. You can obviously tell the emperor still loves her, that he had an ulterior motive for why he divorced her. There's other people in the mix who are trying to either marry him or just like control whatever's going on, and blah, 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 blah. So she's trying to scheme so she can keep her secret and she can be safe, and so can her son, and so can her grandfather. But so many people are trying to fuck my girl over, and I can't stand it, okay? Because she deserves happiness. Leave her alone. Leave the child alone, okay? You've got people trying to kidnap the child, kill the emperor, kill her, fucking kidnap her, kill the grandpa. And it's like all of these people are trying to do this, and some of those people include her fucking father, girl. It's crazy. So I've been on the edge of my seat many times. I almost woke Devin up this morning gasping because someone else got kidnapped, and it seemed like they were this close to being figured out. It's been a wild ride. I've really, really enjoyed it. I've had fun with this webtoon. So I want to continue on with that. I don't know why I'm not really feeling like picking something up physically, but I want to push through that, because it's not that I'm trying to have an ambitious TBR, but I am trying to read more regular books alongside the manga that I have. And I just kind of feel like I'm going to end up doing what I usually do, which is like I surround myself with like pile after pile after pile of manga. And there's so much stuff in my face that I basically kind of just shut down. And it comes and goes. It's not very often, but like every now and then that happens. And that's when I have to start putting manga away from the living room, because I'm like, dude, I can't, all these options are getting to be too much. So there you have it. That's what I've been reading. I want to continue on. I also need to continue on with It's Just a Dream, right? I don't know how far into that I am, but I should be done soon, because it is complete if I remember correctly. And I've got some other stuff. I got the stuff on Tappytoon. I haven't purchased anything else on Lezen. Obviously, I'm waiting for tomorrow because that's when Yes Man comes out. But I'm going to really make a decision. I'm going to make a decision soon to unlock a completed story. I think I might just like go for it and go for Define the Relationship. I feel like everybody has told me that that's really good. And I heard about it again randomly sometime in January. So I was like, ugh, I think this is the sign to read Define the Relationship, because I don't know if it's going to get a physical release. I would buy it if I like it, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, girl. Oh, no, it's not about the beat. It's almost at 400 degrees. We got the chicken in the oven. I chopped my onions, waiting for Devin to come home with the other ingredients. I'm going to figure out how to do the sweet potatoes, because I want to do something a little bit different. I saw something on TikTok where people make it the way, like regular sweet potatoes, they were making it the way that people, I don't know if it's Japan or Korea, but very, very like caramelized, sweet. You don't have to add anything to it to make it that way. It's like a way that you're baking it and cutting it. So I want to try that. And of course, like I said, a brown rice, but I'm waiting for my little cutie. I do want us to talk, even though typically Monday is me and Devin's hangout day, but it's okay. It's still early. It's not even 5. So we've got time. But yeah, I think I can take a break now and start reading a little bit more, and that should be good. So I will see you guys in a second. Hopefully I will have read some more. That's the plan. And have something to talk to you guys about before Devin gets here. Let's see. So I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, kind of psych. I'm actually here to talk to you guys really quick before we eat dinner, because dinner is almost ready. The barbecue chicken, delicious, okay? Greens are still cooking, rice is still cooking, so I have a little bit of time before we retire. Start watching Hijack season 2. So I haven't gone over this yet, but in February I'm trying very, very hard not to buy any manga or any books. I have to slow down. I have to calm down. I have to save my money. I'm so close to paying my car off, and I really can't continue to spend the amount of money I do on bookies. But some things I did get before January was over, I did want to talk about. So it's kind of like a mini haul. I did get some stuff. Devin got me some stuff. So it's not so bad. But I figured we'd go over it before we really get into reading, because I haven't been reading while I've been cooking. I've just been standing over the stove watching TikTok. Devin was such a sweet little baby. He got me volume 5 of Hi, I'm a Witch, and my crush wants me to make a love potion. I have no idea how long this series is going to go, but it takes so long between the volumes. Like, I'm really shocked. I really was enjoying this as I was going with it, but I have no idea how long it's going to be. It takes so long. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, we've got some time, I suppose. We shall see. Debbie got me volume 10 of Kayaku, Bound by Love. Excited. I need to pick this series back up. It still has quite a few volumes to go. I've saved some of them to my wish list just so I can keep track. We got some time. We really do. I got some new releases the other day, again in January. I got Kagurabachi, volume 6. This is a series I really want to restart from the beginning, so I will be doing that this year. I got the next volume of Don to Don, volume 17. I got, this I was so excited to see, The Feisty Omega and His Twin Mates, volume 3. Dude, so when I got this, I missed my opportunity, and I should have, I'm gonna take it again when I see her, but the girl who was at Books A Million ringing me up, she was like, oh my God, I have that in my cubby. I went ahead and bought it because like I want to read it, because we thought when I bought it, like we were being told like on the news that we were gonna have more snow. So she was like, I need to have my provisions, and I was like, oh my God. And I should have taken that opportunity to been like, oh my God, can we be friends in real life? Like, follow me. I want to follow you on Instagram or something, because I really don't have anybody in my life face to face in real life that I can like hang out with and talk about BL with. So I'd like to change that. Well, I guess I could talk to Cindy about it, but I don't know if she's reading BL. Ooh. Oh, that's the rice. But just in general, like I don't have many people who are really into BL like I am to me face to face. I need to meet these people because I see now I'm getting more like algorithm stuff that's for Richmond, Virginia area, and maybe I'll be friends with them. But next time I go in there, which obviously will have to be a while, but maybe if there's like something I really can't wait for, if she's there, I'm gonna shoot my shot and we're gonna be friends. I can't wait. I got Perfect Addiction, volume 1. I got the next volume that I needed in Gachiakuda, right? Gachiakuda. I got volume 6. I do want to start this series soon. Devin actually got me the Yakuza and His Omega Raw Desire volume 4. This is the last one, I think, right? Yep, this is the last one. You know, I'm not a fan of straight Omega verses, because isn't that just kind of reality without pheromones? But I like this story. I can't explain why. I think I like that he's still so very protective of her, so he does yearn for her. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. And then I got these two novels, Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, volume 1, and then volume 2. I had gotten like an early release of this one through NetGalley, and I did read it, but like I think I would like to read it physically again and continue on with the series, because once you finish it on NetGalley, you don't get to keep it forever. It expires. So yeah, I had read it for, I had actually sat in Barnes and Noble one day and read the manga as well, and I was like, ooh, I really like this. I still really like this, but I am trying to get away from like listening to too many audiobooks, in not in a bad way, just because like I noticed that I typically listen to them so fast. So I wanted to read it physically because like I might want to annotate. Who knows? But yeah, I'm excited. I would like to read the manhwa of that, because like complete, because I think it is complete. I'm not sure. I have to look online. But yes, again, the rice is done, so that's good. The green should almost be done, so that's awesome. So I'm going to retire to the bedroom. I'll check in with you guys later. I think I am going to be working tomorrow, so I don't have to work too much on Thursday when I go see the friend I'm meeting. But we'll see. We'll see. I do like my 2 days off. It is fun. But yes, see you guys in a second. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, so I actually didn't read last night, and I barely read today. So today is Tuesday. It is like, I don't know, 7 o'clock at night. I have to hunker down, okay? I had a really productive day, though. I finished editing my last reading vlog of January. I finished editing the January wrap-up because I wanted to start doing wrap-ups again and TBRs. And then I filmed another reread, rewrite, or burn video, which was like not just BL, but like a ton of manga and manhwa that I've read. And that was really fun. So yeah, I've been productive. I finished, I bleached my hair, I dyed it again, I walked a mile. Yeah, like it's been very productive, but it just feels like, oh, I haven't done the one thing I was supposed to do, but that's okay. So I want to start with these 3 that I just recently bought. I know I should probably work on those, but we're just going with the flow. We're doing what we want, you know. I've got the heater on because I was frigid earlier. We're talking icicle. Hands burning. They felt so cold. You know what I'm saying? Do you ever feel that way? I'm a little anemic, so unfortunately I just have to suffer that way. But, you know, we're trying to get the iron. We're trying to get the iron supplements and everything in me, but girl, I'm just so cold. With that being said, I want to start with these because they're easy. Like, yeah, this is like the first in the series, but this is the final, and I can't remember. Is this the final volume? There might be 4 volumes of this. I can't remember, but I am excited to read the conclusion of the Yakuza and his Omega. I might need to go back and see, did I read volume 3? Was volume 3 when they went to the frickin', when they came to America and she got hit on by the American Alpha? Oh gosh, dude, I've just read so much. Either way, I want to read Perfect Addiction. Let's read what this is about. This is the first volume. Hard Up for Love. Akihito is a college student obsessed with good looks and carnal pleasure, but he can't stand the handsome yet aloof Sei. Sei or Sai? Things come to a head when Akihito is shot down in a singles mixer by a girl who's set her romantic sights on Sai. Furious, he follows Sai. Sai? I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce that. To the hotel district where he learns his secret. He's gay and he's having trouble enjoying himself in the bedroom. Breaking through his mental barriers is exactly the sexy challenge Akihito needed. It awakens something in them both. Will they ever be able to control themselves again? Ugh, God, I wish this wasn't the first. And I wish second one was already available. I really do like that trope. I really do. Oh, wait. No, I'm thinking of it. Girl, I started thinking about something else. I started thinking about volume 3. I was like, oh, I have that. No, that's the Demon King. My bad. But I really like this trope, and I think I will enjoy this. And then The Feisty Omega and His Twin Mates, volume 3. You and You Alone. In the aftermath of Tomoya's stabbing, Natsuo and Yuya are in a state of shock, with Yuya unwilling to leave his brother's side as he lies in a hospital bed in a coma. As Yuya gradually weakens from stress and worry, Natsuo vows to do everything he can to support his 2 mates. Yet, unbeknownst to him, someone else has their sights on Yuya. And meanwhile, Natsuo comes face to face with Tomoya's attacker. Will the bond between these 3 make it through the ordeal unscathed? Yeah, doesn't it seem like you would have told me that this was the final one? So I'm thinking there might be a 4th volume. Who knows? I'm going to have to look it up really quick before I really start reading, but it should be fine. And then Stronger Together. Fated mates Wakana and Kunimitsu have been through their fair share of obstacles as a couple. Yet as their wedding day approaches, a new hypothesis centered on the origin of alphas and omegas emerges that states they were once a single gender. Wakana knows Kunimitsu will love her even if she's not an omega. Oh, what? And Kunimitsu swears he'll make her dreams come true. Putting their faith in the steps they've taken to get here, they look forward and toward the brighter future, confident that the love and instinct that binds them will lead to their long-awaited happily ever after, and the thrilling conclusion to the Yakuza and his Omega, Raw Desire. Okay, I've mentioned like a few times that I really do like Omegaverse, but I don't typically like Omegaverse when it's a woman who is the Omega and a man who's the Alpha. That's just too close to how it is in the real world and the way that like Omegas are treated. So like it's, you know, it's not always enjoyable, and not that it's like enjoyable, but you know what I mean? Like this is how women are typically treated in the real world. So yeah, but something about them really works for me. I don't know what it is. But I mean, I really like the fact that he like loves her. Like yeah, yeah. He loves the fuck out of her, and I like that. I really, really, really do. Oh wait, today's Tuesday. I didn't read Yes Ma'am. Look at me, dude. I was so distracted with all the other stuff. That'll have to come. That'll have to wait. Have to come later. I gotta get these 3 done. But yeah, I don't know. Usually when it's an Omegaverse with a straight couple, I naturally like a female alpha and a male Omega. I mean, who the hell wouldn't? Okay, especially when we got several things going on down there. Okay, what you got to... I'm like, okay, I like the sound of that. Yeah, I do enjoy that. if it's going to be straight like that, I would like that dynamic. But something about them works. I'm going to go on Goodreads really quick to see if I read volume 3. The 3rd volume is probably piled under something else, so I better make sure. Wish me luck. I'm pretty sure I did read it, but who knows. Anyway, we'll get into that, and then I'm going to transition to Lesin because I forgot that Yes Man came out today. So there you have it. I've got a bunch of other stuff that I unlocked as well, and I think I finally decided that I'm going to unlock all of Full Volume. I love Full Volume. I know I've read it before, but I love it. It's like Hard-Boiled Love. I was reading them at the same time, and it was just such a good experience. What a lovely memory. But anyway, long story short, I need to shut the hell up, and we're going to get to reading. Yeah. Okay. I will definitely be getting volume 2 when it comes out. This was so cute. And very sexy, also. I thought it was going to be the other way around. Obviously, I mean, I feel like you can tell the dynamic, but I thought that he was going to be the one who dated girls. I loved this. This was so good. Okay. So yeah, so you have, I'm going to go with Sai. I hope I'm correct in that. He's Sai, he's Akihito, right? Yes, so Akihito is the brunette. Akihito, yeah, he has a bunch of situationships with women. His only, besides going to school and maybe he has a job, I don't know. It's really sleeping with some fine-ass ladies. Okay. I don't blame you. I don't. Especially if everybody's having fun. Everybody's feeling good. And he seems like... Here's the thing about Akihito. He's definitely an eater. And he will get you there. Because he wants to get you there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I was getting from him. Like, even though he's a player... And he has slept with a bunch of, like, different women... But he's never serious about them. None of them... I think the reason why some of them keep coming back, because the sex is good. He's got a good old hog, I suppose. I don't know. But I'm just adding to the lore. I'm just adding to the fiction of this. Anyway, yes, so Akihito, he cares about good looking people because he's good looking. Well, enter Sai, he's a good looking person who always seems to be glaring at Akihito. And there's a reason for that. Akihito is exact type. So, obviously, it's one of the times when they go out drinking with everybody. They end up, one way or the other, in a hotel, and then they get to Hanshin. And you know what? Good for you. Obviously, you have to have the miscommunication / I see you from afar, hanging out with this person. I'm like, yeah, tale as old as time. But I feel like it resolved in a really fun and, like, normal way. I still would have wanted Sai to have like a moment of like maybe hooking up with somebody. I always enjoy that. I always enjoy when like the person, well, I don't get to get it often, but you know, if he had actually hooked up with someone, okay, that would have been what Akihito deserved, because obviously, of course, he starts to have feelings for Sai.
He then gets he says something, puts his foot in his mouth, which makes Sai retreat. Again, tale as old as time. But Akihito, of course, he's now, because he's like, doesn't have access to him anymore, he's like, well, what the fuck? Obviously, you are fiending for him because you love him. We all know this. So he's trying to chase after him, trying to talk to him. It never works. And then he ends up at the bar. There's always a bar. And they're like, oh, I thought that was you outside. And he runs after him. He's like, I don't want to see what's in, but of course, I'm glad he said what he said, because it's like, what does it matter? It's not your business who I'm with, because you're fucking hella bitches all the time. What are you talking about? So good for you. Good for you for calling him out, because he deserved that. I don't know who you're talking to, but it's not me, is what I would say. And yes, everything gets resolved. I'm talking about first page, okay? They're haunching. Now, that's something for fast forward. But I was like, okay, I'm loving the way this is drawn. I'm liking them as characters. They seem really fun. I want to follow their journey. So next volume is either going to be, they're just doing this thing, and then it will probably end with them moving in together. I love when that happens. Then I would absolutely love a third volume where, I don't know, we see a little bit more from the people at the bar, but we see something else. Because I love these stories. They're so good. But I really loved the art in here, by the way. Like, they were drawn in such a cute way. Like, very, very beautiful. But when they had their, like, little derpy moment, it's still, like, unbelievably cute. Oh, I couldn't get enough of it. So that was just a quick on this one. I'm trying to give myself, like, a 5-minute break between these so that I don't become fixated on my phone at some point. So talking about this one, I think I actually want to read these two, and then I'll come back with that. We'll see. But this was just so cute. I just felt like I had to talk about it. So yes, see you guys in a second. Welcome back, everybody. All right, so I've done quite a bit of reading. I finished The Feisty Omega and His Twin Mates. This is not the end. I got to the end thinking, okay, we've kind of reached a conclusion, right? Nah, girl, going to be a pregnancy. We already know. But the mangaka in the end does say, like, we're going to keep going. And I really like the fact that they had mentioned that they had it initially, like, I think they said the story kind of wrapped itself up in the first volume, and I guess I didn't expect for it to continue. But the fact that the story got to continue is due to, like, fan support online and stuff. So that was really exciting to see. And honestly, I do enjoy this, even though it could be so silly. All right. I think, like, I was under the impression that, like, one of the twins, I think it's him, I think that's Yuya, and that's Tomoya? I can't remember. That's Natsuo. I could be wrong, but, like, one of them is his true fated mate, and the other one is, like, they choose to be mates, but, like, you can only have a fated mate of one person, I guess. It seemed like we were going to find him a new mate, but I think that they're going to be a throuple forever. I don't think there's going to be another Omega or anything involved. I think they are just going to be with Natsuo. Yeah, from the last volume, one of the twins was stabbed. He was in a coma. Girl, we already knew he was going to wake up from the damn pheromones, but, very cute. Love to see it. They have their, little back and forth, and then he's just like, just give me a baby. Put a baby in me. I cannot relate to that. Oh, my God. I would not be saying that. And no. But congratulations to them. They're gonna have a baby. But we got a little bit of background for these two, like, they've only ever had each other. So when the one that was stabbed was in a coma, like, he started to be, like, 1,000 times more clingy of Natsuo than before. So it's like they are pretty dependent on each other, but now they're very dependent on Natsuo, and he's enjoying it. Which is good. Look, they're in a happy couple, and I really like it. So obviously we'll be continuing on. We'll get volume 4 whenever that comes out. Now, I reread the Yakuza and His Omega Raw Desire volume 3. Thank God I did. I don't remember a single thing from this volume. I remembered vaguely the first volume. I most remember the second one, but I was like, dude, I don't remember this. But I put it on Goodreads that I'd read it. So last year I didn't do the best job of using both of the apps. Like I used StoryGraph the first half of the year, and then a few things that I was reading weren't in StoryGraph. I would make the application to get it added. So then I transitioned back over to Goodreads and was trying to do both of them. And I missed some things on Goodreads. I missed some things on StoryGraph, which sucked. So I missed all the times where I had read this. So it'll be nice. It's going to be like a more accurate show of what I've read, because obviously I didn't claim it last year and I'm rereading it. And honestly, it's like I read it for the first time anyway. But so much happens in this. I totally forgot. I mean, Jesus, dude. We've got the... What happens? That's right. So they're engaged to be married. In this one, Wakana, which is the girl, she meets his family. His mom, who's an Omega, doesn't want to meet her at first. Her parents are a little apprehensive of Kunimitsu because he's in the Yakuza, but everything pretty much works out. His mom, Sayuri, at first does not want anything to do with Wakana, and she's determined to basically fulfill her plan of Kunimitsu being with another alpha. I can't believe I forgot about that, because that was one of the funniest parts of this volume when he ends up... So, like, they've come to terms with their feelings for each other. They really love each other. I love their relationship and their dynamic. Wakana, he is gone for like a day or so. Wakana can't get in touch with him. She goes to, his Yakuza family, and one of the guys who really, really likes her explains to her what's going on. And he's like, yeah, he, apparently had this arranged marriage for years prior, and he went there to kind of settle it. But what ends up happening is that woman who's an alpha is a wackadoo, freaky, naughty, like you wouldn't fucking believe. Okay. Oh, I forgot. It's pretty graphic. Sorry about that, y'all. Hold on. She's a real freaky lady, okay? I mean, what the hell's going on here? She's got a fucking snakeskin cone bra on, trying to sleep with him. I mean, she is funny, dude. She is a freak. Oh my God. This was so funny. She's like, she's trying to feed him an aphrodisiac. Of course, Wakana has to come and save him. She got him tied up, girl. And then they turn the tables on her. I don't think any titties are in here. No. Oh yeah, they they tie her up instead. That was funny. Totally forgot that storyline. Then we move into the next storyline, which is fucking intense as shit. How the fuck could I forget that? I'm so glad I reread this, because I would have had no idea what was going on in this. So in the first volume, we would see that Wakana was working with a hospital and possibly going to go through trials for a medication that would like suppress her omega traits, maybe turn her into alpha, whatever. We don't touch that storyline again in volume 2 until we get to volume 3, and she's called back to see if she would join this trial that seems really successful because it worked on the doctor that is trying to run it with her, or trying to use her as a patient. And basically she will take these medicines and then she won't have any of the omega traits. But she's at a point where she's like, no, I'm embracing the fact that I'm an omega. I know life isn't always easy, but I have Kurimitsu, we're happy, and I want to embrace who I am. Well, he doesn't take that very well, because he really could not handle the fact that he was an omega, and he kidnaps her, girl, kidnaps her out her own home, straps her up to a damn table, and then Kunimitsu and Higurashi. Higurashi is the guy who is the cop who has always like had a crush and loved Wakana. So they break into the lab, beat his ass, get her out of there. He does dose her with a high amount, but obviously her alpha's pheromones suppress whatever, and she's an omega again. Girl, we're getting into a crazier story, okay? An amazing story of them working together because, she's an author. They're coming together and they're going to change what the fuck is going on in society for Omega's girl. Thank you. Somebody's got to stand up for him and not, try to kidnap him and strap him down and fucking feed him drugs. We don't need that. So the lore is that there was an ancient text that proved that, alphas and omegas were basically like cool with each other, or whatever. Like it started like there were regular people, and then they called it a plague or something, which I guess unlocked these internal secondary sexes. And this book existed before, but once alphas were like, ooh, we have to snatch power, I think alphas would absolutely be like a conservative. No, thank you. They try to burn all the fucking books. One book got away, and that's the one they got to find so they can, write a new research paper about it. They find it. That's awesome. They're changing the fucking world. Thank you very much, Wakana and crazy doctor who kidnapped her. Thanks. They're going to get married in volume 4. It's very, very cute. Oh my God, this one was also so funny because he ends up getting hurt a little bit, and he doesn't want to tell Wakana because he's like, oh fuck, I don't want her to be scared. She's, getting involved with the Yakuza and Yakuza family. Like, I don't want her to like have this like second guess anything. So he tries to hide the fact that he's been hurt, which he got like nicked on his side. So he obviously has bandages there. So he's trying desperately to heal first before they are intimate with each other. It was so funny. So like she accidentally squeezes him the first time. And that's always funny. The next time he kisses her on the forehead instead of like giving in to, the hooking up. And then Wakana meets with his mom to talk about wedding stuff, and she clearly is upset about the fact that Kunimitsu's acting weird. Sayuri's like, oh, well, I can help you. I know exactly the way to get him to, get your sex life back in order. So she gets her like a school uniform. Obviously, she's dressed up for him as a surprise. He gets home. Obviously, he can't control himself, but he's still trying so hard. And she accidentally hits him in the side. Oh my God, I have to show you guys that. That was so funny. She accidentally hits him, and he is in so much pain. Dude. I laughed out loud. That was so funny. Everything is resolved, but god damn, that was so cute. But the best part of all, after all of that, they have a baby. Oh, girl, hold on. My bad. I didn't think I had it pointed at that. Boom. They're a happy family. I'm so excited for them. They have a cute little baby. Aww. And they get married, and they have Alice in Wonderland themed wedding. So adorable. I loved it. Gosh, I kept getting some stuff and unlocking things on Lezen, but I didn't really read anything. I did read the newest episode of The Heart of the Lotus. I actually, maybe not the last video, but the video before last, I had done like a very long explanation. It was like almost 30 minutes, and I didn't actually end up putting that in the vlog because I was like, I don't know if it's just so much. So I will quickly say that like The Heart of the Lotus is one of those stories where it's like a black flag, where it's always hard for me to ever like, I don't know how these creators manage somehow to turn these black flags into having like a redemption, and then that the main person forgives them. I can't see how they do it, but they always manage to do it. In The Heart of the Lotus, this story is so sad. The first half of it, obviously, you hate our main antagonist, Changguan, I think his name is. he he assaults Sam. He's very violent. You think that he's just like the most evil person. And then when season 2 comes, it doesn't change the fact that he did all those things, but obviously it gives you a little bit more context where you see how he was raised. And when he was younger, basically his mom was a concubine to the emperor, but like, I guess lowborn. So obviously she and him were treated completely different, it wasn't, an official thing where, I guess like from a rich family given to the emperor and then like da da da. So obviously she was treated disrespectfully, and so was he. In the beginning, Changguan shows up. He's probably like 3 years old or something, and he's treated really well, but then the emperor's mind changes. I don't remember why, but he just decides that, no, we have to make sure that this kid is going to be treated in a way, and he understands like he will never succeed in like being in my line. Like he's illegitimate. Oh my God, the abuse that he endured 4 years before Sam comes. And it's nice because you finally understand why Changguan loves Sam so much, why he's been obsessed with Sam so much. I mean, he literally saved his life. Changguan was treated like an animal. He was beaten. He was filthy. He wasn't allowed to bathe. He wasn't allowed to eat. He really was treated like a wild dog. And when Sam came, Sam actually like has empathy, is a good person. He's like, oh my God, like what the fuck is happening? So he changes things, and he gives Changguan, a reason to live. But of course that isn't going to be okay with the people in his family. So his older brother, who is like actively abusing him, keeps trying to pick at him. He succeeds. Changguan, defends himself. And like that moment of Changguan, like inflicting violence on his bully really changed a lot. And then when Sam is stripped from him, it changes him. It makes it worse. It's just so sad. He has been let down so many times. And then the one thing he wanted, Changguan obviously was in love with Sam, but I think he had basically, he had understood that like nothing's going to happen between us. But when Sam ends up actually being engaged to Mary, that is like this big thing, right? And Changguan just asks like, please just don't leave me. Oh my God, that was so heartbreaking. And that chapter was what I stopped to talk about for like 30 fucking minutes. So I went through like everything I just said that was actually like kind of quick. Girl, I went play by play by play. Yeah. I had a lot to say. Like, I think The Heart of the Lotus is such an interesting story. I would love to talk to people about it because like, oh my God. But anyway, I mean, your heart breaks for young Changguan because, again, he has been abused. He has been abandoned. He has been treated so poorly. His mom was even abusive towards him. So he had never known love up until he meets Sam. And Sam isn't just like doing this because, it's not like how in Your Reach and Bitch Club, like he's fake, like Yaguchi, he's like pure, like a very, very good person. We find out a little bit about Sam's background, and it's just like, dude, it's just so much going on. And the most recent thing that's happened is that Sam now knows, or at least he's been told, his daughter's dead. So that was like the one thing that was keeping him going. So now, because he thinks that his daughter is dead, he has no reason to live. So he's just given into everything that Changguan does. And it's just so hard. I feel like, to put it simply, I'm surprised Sam is still with us, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, with the way things have been going on and the way that he has been feeling, I'm surprised he hasn't just made the decision to not be here anymore. So, yeah, pretty dark. But anyway, I'm going to get on my iPad and I'm going to read some more on Lezen. yeah, I gotta read Yes Ma'am. All the shit I've unlocked. I gotta get back into other stuff. And I think I finally decided that I want to restart Tears on a Withered Flower. I saw some stuff on Twitter. Oh my God. I assume it's coming to the end at this point. So I think I'm ready. Like I have enough episodes that I haven't read, like since the last time, like whatever month I decided to stop reading it, that when I revisit it, like I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm going to really enjoy the reread of Tears on a Withered Flower, and that might change how I felt. So there you have it. I will talk to you guys again, and I will talk to you guys again in a second. Okay, I just finished volume 11 of The Seventh Prince. This was I believe this is the end of the Sylpha arc where we like got all the background on her. She's just so fucking powerful. It's insane. But the thing I really liked about this was that one thing I've always wondered is, does Sylpha know what's going on, or is she like kind of in the dark the way that she's portrayed to be? But like how powerful, oh, why can't I think of his name now? Seventh Prince, what's your name? Lloyd. If she's like aware of how strong Lloyd is. And so the whole backstory for her, like getting to the place where she is, God, and it's been so long since I've read it, so I was like, I'm kind of lost. I was like, who are these other fuck people with her? But she's going to this castle. It's like a big boss dungeon in a way of this vampire who her father wasn't able to defeat, called Grandheim. She goes there with two other people, and she runs into, and okay, before that she ran into like Jade and everybody who Lloyd had to help like with their curse marks. And okay, I'm sorry I didn't mention this, but spoilers. So that was another thing. So she met them in the past, and I'm glad that even later in the volume we find out like she did remember them from when she runs into them when they're fighting, when Jade gets taken over by the demon. That is so funny that like Sylpha like remembers everything. She just keeps her mouth shut. She doesn't say anything. But, you know, she's saved by Lloyd several times. She eventually goes to work for him. And then we see that she sees, like, the devil thing. I can't remember his name. But the cute little demon that he made a pact with. That was just so cute. I thought this was adorable. Ugh, I love this series. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to get another arc because of the way that one ended. So let's see. So this is volume 12. It looks like a new baddie. Let's read the back. Crush the competition. Together with third Prince Zeroff, Prince Lloyd embarks on his newest adventure, creating the world's strongest ever golem. The ultimate goal for this masterpiece when it's finished, entering it in Bartram's Golem Fighting Tournament, of course. It's a short story by the author. Oh, cool. I'm excited. I don't know how long this series is going to be. I think I recently either got volume 15 or 16. I'll put it up in the side, but oh, I'm getting sleepy. Look at me. Oh my gosh. I know I said I was going to open up my iPad, but I didn't. I'm sorry. I was looking at my phone. And not because I was reading Webtoon. Sick of me. I don't know if I'll start this right now. I think I really do want to commit to getting on my iPad. I also got approved for a few new manga from NetGalley, so I think I'd like to read that. I know I haven't done my February TBR video yet. I'm kind of feeling like this month is so fucking short that I almost probably won't. Like by the time I get to freaking filming it, the month's gonna be over. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I will say, I did start yesterday when I was doing my mile. I started Star Daughter. So, like, a bunch of the books that are there. Let me get a little bit closer. Ugh, God, girl, it's grainy. Lisa's grainy from where I'm looking. I'm going to get rid of a lot of those Book of the Month Club books. The thing about them is that a lot of them were on my Hoopla app. And that was the other reason why I was like, I'm not going to keep doing Book of the Month. Because if they're just going to show up on my library app, what's the point of me paying a discounted price for a hardcover? Like, I would definitely say Book of the Month is a really great I think the pricing is really good because you get, a free every single book you get is hardcover, and it's like hardcovers now are like $30 and sometimes more. So it is a nice value. I don't know if the prices have changed recently because I haven't done it in a few years, but still. But, I was holding on to a lot of those books because, like, I want to read them. Not every single one is on my Hoopla app, but I think at this point, I'm probably not going to read them. And I need to make room for those fucking books. So, I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to be good. But yeah, Devin's going to come downstairs soon because we're going to watch a movie. So yeah, I probably won't start this. Probably won't be the best idea, but I'll check back in with you guys tomorrow, obviously. I got bad news. The person I was going to see that I was really excited to have lunch canceled on me, but it's okay. I actually don't mind being canceled on, quite honestly. I obviously want to hang out with people, but if you cancel, like, nobody needs to be worried about canceling with me, okay? As long as you don't do it, like, right before, like, when I'm already on the way there, I'm fine. I'm fine with it, okay? Just so you can know that about me. Canceled plans, you're not hurting my feelings. You're not. But hopefully we can reschedule. We can do something later because it would be nice. But yeah, I will see you guys maybe later tonight, but definitely tomorrow. I'm going to take you guys with me. I obviously have to work, but I'm going to be reading in between. I might do some light browsing while I'm out. Not saying I'm going to buy anything, but typically that's what I do to pass the time. When I'm between stores, I go to a bookstore and it makes me happy. But do I have the self-control? That's the real question. But anyway, I'll see you guys again.
Hello, everybody. Okay, so today is Thursday. I got home from work, but this morning I woke up and I did not feel good. And apparently I was not made aware that Devin hadn't been feeling well the last few days. So I've caught whatever Devin has. It's clearly just a cold, but I can feel myself feeling the way I did like a few months ago when I got sick and I passed out of work. Now, I don't think I'm quite at the point where like I'm going to pass out again, but like I'm out of, well, it's probably just because I talk so fucking much, but I'm out of breath talking for too long. So I just did a video really quickly. I finally did the TBR. It ended up being shorter than I expected, so that was good. But I had to stop and like catch my breath a few times today at work. I did the same thing with people, but I'm just so tired. So I figured, God, and dude, like here hurts or is sore. I don't know. It's like pressure. Like I woke up in the middle of the night and my throat just felt like not itchy, but like I can't, but you can. I don't know. There's no point in going into detail. Y'all know what it's like to have a cold. That's what I'm feeling. So I'm doing this now because I might not actually be catching up with y'all tonight because I don't feel good. Devin is bringing me soup home from when he gets home and he is going to take care of me. And yes, he will be. Yes, he will be. And I might fall asleep. Honestly, I'm thinking I might try to go to sleep now so I could at least like be awake for the damn food and maybe Hijack came out yesterday. Ooh, we catch up on Hijack. Anyway. Today was okay. I did go to work. I did get some pho, but I did treat myself. I know I said I didn't want to spend money on manga in this month, but I'm only justifying it because some of these, like, one of the things I bought today, I've been waiting for this for so long that I could not, like, I saw it on the fucking cart and I was like, I'm getting that. I'm sorry. I've been waiting for it for too long and I need it and I deserve it because I'm sick. I didn't even end up reading anything that I brought with me today because it was just too much. I just was so tired. So I need to catch up on volume 18 of Windbreaker. So the first thing I got, and was going to be the only thing I got, was going to be Windbreaker volume 19 because I want to immediately get into the next volume. I really love Windbreaker. I feel like I can break a book buying ban for this, even though I know it's going to be there by the time I don't do a ban. But I know that I'm going to keep up with it. So I really like Windbreaker. So no one's going to make me feel bad about that. Next, I got Ripples in the River volume 2. Have I read the first volume? No. But I'm going to, just because of the fact that I bought that. This one I will be getting into volume 1 now because volume 2 of Tease Me Harder, A Sweet and Kinky Romance came out. I'm excited for this, but I need to read volume 1. So no excuses. I'm reading this tonight. So maybe you will hear from me. We'll see if I'm coherent later. But I'm excited for this. Like, it's just so cute. I can't wait. This is one that I've been wanting. Obviously, No God in Eden volume 3. I think that, are there only 4 volumes in this series? I can't remember. The other one should, if there's a 4th one, I think it's in my, oh man, I'm tired. Dude, I'm exhausted. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, wow. Just talking. I think I did that video for 15 minutes. And I'm this tired just from talking and I talked for 15 minutes. Because today I mostly didn't talk to anybody. There you have it. But No God in Eden, volume 3. I'm excited for this one. We'll save the one I'm most excited for last. Because, well, actually, this is one that also I was excited for. Volume 5 of Girl Crush. I knew I had to get it because I didn't know it came out, and I was just about to crack open volume 4. Do you not believe me? This is what I brought with me to work that I didn't end up reading. As I said, Windbreaker. But guess what else was in there? Girl Crush volume 4. So, I'm not ashamed. I am going to do what I'm going to do. But these two. Auto buy, as you know. Mamita. Yes, I will be auto buying anything and everything by Mamita. Natsume Wants to Blossom. Am I going to go ahead and reread Natsume Wants to Be Tamed? Yes, I will reread it again. Love me, never leave me. Let's just read the back again for you guys, like the sticker off. Thanks to his housekeeper turned boyfriend, Natsume has finally learned just how enjoyable sex can be and abandoned his misguided plans to get back at his ex. Instead, he's come up with a new agenda. This time, his goal is to become a lover worthy of his beloved Ko. Yet, in the midst of this planning, Natsume's childhood friend, Kurumi, returns to Japan, and the future of Natsume's budding relationship is thrown into jeopardy. I love somebody coming in the middle of it because you know nothing's going to happen. But I like when that happens. So that seems to mean, to me, this is just my prediction, that the childhood friend likes him. And he just never picked up on it. And now, yes. But the one I'm the most excited for. Oh my God. He craves to be teased by his favorite ASMR streamer. Get into the cover, okay? Get into the cover. As soon as I heard the title of this last year, immediately in the freaking wish list, not in the cart, in the wish list. I've been waiting, okay? I think the release date got pushed back, if I remember correctly. And then I thought I saw something that said they changed the title. I don't know. Oh, but everybody knows that I really like this kind of trope. So I can't wait. Let's read the back because I don't even know what the back is. I just based this off of the cover and the title. Karasuma Kodai, is that how you say that? Is an introverted university student who streams spicy ASMR role plays once or twice a week. His view counts haven't been increasing as of late, though, so he's been thinking of quitting. Then he discovers that the cheerful and popular Minami Masaya, his polar opposite, is an avid listener who actively chats during his streams. I'm gonna fucking nut. Oh my God. Even more shocking is Minami's red-faced admission that he used Karasuma's ASMRs for his own self-pleasure. I can't come without your voice. God damn it. 5 stars already. I already know it's gonna be 5 stars for me. Karasuma is so surprised that he offers to help without thinking. At first, he feels the sense of superiority from seeing Minami's lurid reactions to his voice. Oh my God. But he gradually finds that talking isn't enough. He grows to like Minami and wants to touch him gently. Let's crack her open. Let's just crack her open, because why would we wait? It's like childproof. I don't want to rip the damn thing. okay. Wow, okay. I'm kind of loud for some reason, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, okay. Why can't I have access to volume 2 right now? It's not fair. It's not fair and it's not right. The last thing I want to say, I finally read the newest episode of Yes, Ma'am. I'm devastated. I am absolutely devastated. Okay, so spoilers. I don't know if anybody else is reading Yes, Ma'am. I know people are reading Yes, Ma'am because they're commenting on the Lezen app. But is anybody else reading Yes, Ma'am? I need you. We need to be talking about this. So the thing we knew was going to happen is that she was finally going to call off the sex. But we got a little bit more background about our main female character. We know that this all kind of came about because of her ex, who shows up at the very end of the episode. So there's another episode. I better not get a hiatus notice. Now, will I accept it? Yes, I just have to. But I won't be pleased, okay? And people are going to have to hear from me about that, okay? People as in y'all, so I appreciate you because you will be hearing from me. I will be mad. if it's a fucking hiatus notice, I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna put my face on a pillow. I'm gonna scream to my heart's content because I can't take that. But we know that initially started because her boyfriend was a butthole. Well, we also find out that there's a little bit more to it than just like, okay, she was dating somebody who took advantage of her. Like, not took advantage of her, I guess you could say, but also I took her for granted, basically. And did not care about her pleasure. No. Ladies, really anybody. But ladies, don't fake it. Talk them through it if you must. Because, I mean, what is the point? You shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to suffer. You have to just abandon it. Or you have to really... I don't think you should take his hand gently. I think you need to yank him around and say, look, you're doing something wrong. But that's just me. Have I ever had to do that? No, thankfully, but not the point. That's my advice to anyone out there, okay? You really got to put your foot down and let them know. Don't accept anything less. You don't deserve that. You deserve the best. Anyway, we also freaking find out that her freaking mom and her brother took her for granted as well. So when she was a little kid, she was the oldest. Her mom got pregnant. And it was not planned, and she had a little boy. I think that the kid was kind of colicky. I think that that's the right word. They don't use that, but I heard that I heard that word recently about a baby. So I'm like, I assume that that's what that means. I don't know. Basically, just like having a hard time settling down, crying a lot, being kind of sick. It sucks. I know I couldn't do it. That's why I don't have a child. More power to you if y'all can really push through that. But, you know, because she kept the baby, I guess. It doesn't sound like there was a dad in the picture. We can go on and talk about that at another time. She felt like she had to overcompensate with him. So if he was allergic to something or didn't like something, or he was too picky, his wants and his needs, and not even his needs, really just his wants, honestly, are prioritized over our main female character when she was a kid. So much so to the point that her favorite fruit is peaches, and her mom cuts up a pear and she makes it really, really cute with a little cute star design for the sun. But when it comes to her plate, it's just cut up fucking pear slices, not even in the shape of anything, just clearly the scrap pieces. And she's like, oh, honey, it's okay. You know that he's really picky. Let me not go on a tangent on that too. That could be for another time. I can't stand when I hear shit like that. She's like, oh, you know, he's picky. I know that you'll understand. I appreciate you. Mommy loves you. And I mean, you have your favorite fruit anyway. Her favorite fruit is peaches, not pears. So now you're just not even giving a damn about your child. I hate that. And I hate when I see daughters disrespected. That is unforgivable to me. Don't do it. Don't do it again. So there's this moment where they hook up. And the next morning, he went out and he got her peaches. He is allergic to peach fuzz, but he still gets it for her, even though she says she doesn't eat breakfast, because he remembered that one time they went on their date that she said she really liked peaches. And even though he's allergic and he didn't have access to, I don't know why he didn't use a paper towel, but he didn't have gloves on, and he got a fucking reaction because he handled the peach fuzz. And she was like, oh, okay. This is what I was missing. I've been very lonely. Like, he sleeps over. She could tell, like, this feels pretty good. I guess I was pretty lonely. But she makes him leave. She's like, I'll catch up with you later. She is still actively in college, but she sends him a text. That's what kills me, is that she texted him. She didn't just talk to him face to face. She texted him, and she's like, let's end it now. You don't want that. You don't want that. So why are you doing that? I'm going to get madder than I already am. And I've got these two things here ready to pop you out for doing that to him, because that's not even what you want. You want to be happy. You want a real relationship where someone cares about you, and you're getting it, and you're not. And she's almost doing that thing where she's like, I don't think I deserve this. Like, I should shut the hell up. I'm pissed. I don't like it, but it is what it is. What can I do? She's a fictional character. But I have thoughts, and my feelings are hurt, even though it's not real. I'm very certain that good things are going to happen in the end, but like, is the season going to end soon? How long will I have to wait? River of Bondage hasn't come back, okay? If another thing that I like is going on hiatus, I'm going to cry. The thought of it is actually bringing tears to my eyes because I'm tired of this. I can't take it, okay? Am I going to be rereading stuff that I really like? Yeah, but that's not the point. It doesn't matter. I'm trying to keep up with Yes Ma'am. The one straight story I love more than anything, okay? The one straight story I actually love, and you might be going on hiatus soon. I can't take it. I'm going to need more recommendations for complete stories, okay? Now, I can, if this happens, I can finish Winterwolf because I unlocked all of Winterwolf. I'm almost done on, what was that story? Did I even talk about the fact that I'm reading? Oh my God, did I? I think I thought about talking about it. My stomach hurts. I feel sick. What the hell? What's it called? How to hide the Emperor's Child or something like that. I'll put the picture up. I need to get back into that. That's been fun to read, but I can tell. I need to stop. I need to stop. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to eat something really quick, and I'm going to lay down, and I'm going to try to fall asleep. And Devin should be home at some point. I don't even know what time it is. I think it's close to 5. 5:04. Megan Thee Stallion. Yes. So I'm going to need to lay down. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to eat some salsa. Maybe that'll clear me out. But I'm going to get comfy cozy. We're cracking her open. We're going to get That's Me Wants to Be Trained, and then we're going to reread that. We're going to read this, and then I'm going to read stuff I brought with me for as long as I can stay awake. And then Devin will come home. He'll have some soup, and then we're going to watch Hijack, and that's going to be a great freaking night. I'm going to need it. So I'll see you guys later. Maybe tonight, you never know, but definitely, hopefully tomorrow. If I don't feel like this. If I feel better, definitely you'll hear from me. But I haven't taken any medicine, and that's okay because it's a common cold. What am I supposed to do? So I just gotta suffer. Unless I do end up passing out again, and then I do need to go to the doctor. But yes, I will see you guys later. Bye. Okay, Devin isn't home yet, and I'm still coherent enough to talk. Minor update that really pissed me off is that our freaking thermometer, the battery died, so I can't even take my temperature, and I feel like I have a fever. I feel like I'm delirious. Gonna stick a meat thermometer up my ass just to see how fucking. I'm not gonna do that, but that's funny. That's funny to me. Anyway, I've read volume 18 and volume 19 of Windbreaker.
Like, I think I was, like, halfway through this and then into the next volume, and I was thinking, like, imagine it wasn't just people who like to fight with their fist. And someone actually just turned around and said, I've got a gun. And then, bow! Yeah, what if? Because I'd like to see some people strapped, if you ask me. What do you mean we're beating each other in the streets? Jesus. So, this is the epic showdown. We've got volume 18 going into volume 19, Sakura versus Endo. Everything else is kind of winding down. People are making their way to the school that, to Endo's plan, you know, in his mind, really nobody would have ended up there. You know, he could have had the scenario that he was looking for. So here comes, like, spoilers. So skip if you don't want spoilers. Sakura ends up fighting Endo. You know that it's going to go down crazy, okay? Endo basically exposes what this plan really is, because Sakura's like, I get it, you know, you want to take the town over and take it back to how it was. And Endo's like, no, I didn't. I can see how it would look like that, but that's not why I'm doing any of this. I did this because I could tell, like, I needed to feel something again. So I unleashed Takeshi on Umemiya because I knew that that's the only person who makes him feel something. Endo was very confusing because I'm like, are you romantically obsessed with Takeshi or what? Because, like, obviously in this one, like, there's a few people you would ship. Naturally, there's people that you're gonna fucking ship. Am I right? I'm not wrong, I can tell you that. There's a few other people I'd love to see in a relationship. Okay? But no one ever, like, there's no relationships in this. Like, we kind of had, like, a little moment where it seemed like Sakura might have had a crush on Kotoha, which is, like, the only girl that you meet besides all these young guys, which is fine. But, you know, that was so, like, in and out, and we barely see her anymore. So, you know, romance is not a part of this storyline. But then you bring Endo into it, and the way that he's talking about Takeshi, unlike anything anybody else has ever said, okay? Like, there's been some times where you're like, okay, I see you really like him. Like, Shishi Torin, those two guys. It's giving, I have a crush on you. And that's fine. I love to see it. Endo, he scares me a little. He really, really, really is frightening. So yeah, we have a flashback. We see when he first met Takeshi, and he's just been a fucking little shit his whole life, it seems. Okay, both of these young people. He was, like, manipulating people at a young age, getting his rocks off from that. That is psychotic. That's, like, bordering on, I'm gonna kill people. Then you got Takeshi. He's just beating people, walking around the streets bloody at, like, 5th grade. He becomes infatuated with him because he sees him walking all bloody, and the heat from the blood and everything on a chilly night is, you know, sending the heat off of him. He's steaming, and the sun hits him, and the hits the blood all well, and he looks like a flame. But it was giving a little bit more erotic than that, if you ask me. The way he talks about Takeshi, okay, but not in a good way. If you know what I mean, like, it seems a little bit too much like, no judgment, not trying to be judgy, but, like, built around the neck type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not for me. But it's, like, giving, like, he could die. Anyway, we see their backstory. What is wrong with Takeshi? It's always funny to me when we meet the characters in here. We're like, I just love to fight. I'm just so violent. Oh my God. I cannot relate. I mean, I do have my moments where I would love to pop someone in the mouth. But I'd never be beating someone bloody like this, okay, and then getting off on it. Anyway, that was a little tangent. Yeah, so now a transference is happening, and now he's enamored with Sakura. it's hard to tell what's really going on here. Because he's like, if you leave with me, I'll stop it all. You can't stop shit. Like, he can stop everybody else, but he can't stop what's going on the rooftop with Umemiya and Takeshi. They're going to... So, no one dies, but it's like they almost get close to dying. So you might as well say to the death, but no one dies. Hopefully no one does die. Yeah, so he's like, I'm gonna, I'll leave. He gets Sakura, and then he's all doing his mind manipulation shit. And he's like, oh, well, if you lose, you might as well come with me because, you will have lost, and all of your friends were sitting here rooting for you, and they were all expecting you to win. And if you don't come with me, then they're all gonna suffer, and they don't have to. That works for a second. But the power of friendship busts through. Okay, people show up that weren't supposed to be there. They're saying, get it together, Sakura. There is no way we would ever treat you like that. And when I say that I do think that young boys should read Windbreaker, that's what I feel. And I think that is, it has to happen. Because the way that these young guys feel their emotions, express themselves, the power of friendship, having empathy, listening, understanding, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. I think that if you have a young son and you don't want them to be red-pilled either, get them into Windbreaker because I think this is such a good series. Okay, boom. We're moving on. Okay, obviously we have to have our moment. Sakura beats Endo, but Endo kind of lets it happen. And then it's like kind of weird. I don't know what's going on with him. It's like now he's infatuated with him because he says infatuation. I'm not bringing that up. He's using that word. They go to the rooftop. Okay. Umemiya has lost himself. And Takeshi, Lord. Let's see him. He's crazy. They've both gone berserk. This is the fucking boom. When they get to the rooftop, that's what they see. Bloody eyes. Frightening. What's going on? And then we find out that they have a matching tattoo. And I really think that he is a little bit more obsessed with Endo, is more obsessed with Takeshi in a romantic way. I don't know. Because they're never explicit, and that's fine. I'm just making this up in my mind if it's not happening. But it's giving that. Is anybody reading this and you feel that way? Because it's kind of feeling like, But yeah, I mean, we just basically, I think what's going to happen in the next one, we got to get the power of friendship to get Umemiya back. That's what we have to do. I don't know. But, yeah. The whole time I'm thinking, like, if just somebody had a weapon and knew how to use it, I'm sorry. I'm not going to let you beat me bloody in the street. Because there's no police here. Not that we like us. But, I mean, like, the adults aren't even in the street, okay? Like, no one's got a nice sandal to bat a child up over the head with. None of these other children know how to act. It's crazy. It's crazy the way that they behave. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to start reading something else. We're going to keep this party going. Maybe you'll see me tonight. Maybe you'll see me tomorrow. Check back in. Hey, everybody. Okay, so today is Friday. I don't feel good. But I feel like I look like I don't look like I don't feel good, which is good. I did before I put my makeup on. Ooh, girl. You don't want to know what I look like, man, but I did me hair. I went and I got a drink from Brulala, but I got myself a red curry. Since I don't feel good, I'm not going to eat in the restaurant. But I had to get my crying dagger. I just didn't give myself the sticky rice with ice cream. That would have been so good, but not today. Let's focus on this. So just wanted to update. I did go. Girl, y'all know whenever I don't feel good, I even though I say like, oh, I'm gonna try to get it, like then I go get them. I'm sorry, but I did get I Can't Stand Being Your Childhood Friend Volume 2, and then How I Met My Soulmate Volume 6. So honestly, while I'm here today, I think I'm gonna freaking, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna restart
How I Met My Soulmate, because I haven't read the first volume in so long, and I felt like it took so long for these recent volumes to come out. Like, so I think I might need to reread it from the beginning. But yeah, I don't feel good. So let me shut up. I don't need to talk for too long. Y'all know the drill. Ooh, but let's take a sippy together. Oh, not even adding the wrath, but y'all, we just gonna take a sip of this delicious red curry. Delicious. Oh my God. Very hot. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. I just feel like utter poop. I haven't felt like this in a long time. Even when I passed out last year, I didn't feel like this. I don't think I did. I don't think I had like the pressure behind the eye, like a sinus head cold thing. So I'm just out of it. But life is good. Everything's gonna be okay. Forgot what I was gonna tell you guys, but it's fine. That's life. I'm gonna keep. Oh, okay. I will say this. So I did a little bit more reading of Stardaughter. Dude, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? I heard it. Yeah, so I did a little bit more reading of Stardaughter, got to a very intense part. So basically this whole thing is like star people exist. I don't have a better way of explaining it, but it's like people who, oh, okay. Basically like, is this the word? The mythos of like, of a muse, right? There are these beings, these people, these star people who come into the lives of regular people, regular humans, and they can inspire them, but they're not supposed to stay with them. And our main female character, I can't remember her name, I'm sorry, I'll put the information up. Her mom is a star person, her dad is human, and you know, she has some traits that she has to hide. She knows what she is. She knows what her mom is, which I think is good. I feel like oftentimes you don't always see that. A lot of the time it's like, it just shows up randomly, and girl, boy, doesn't really matter. The kid is like, what the fuck is going on? I have powers. She knew that she was going to develop something. She just didn't know everything it means to be a star person. So we just got to the part where, you know, it's early on, girl. I'm not even at 20% of the way in. But her dad was like, don't fall in love. You can't be with a boy. And y'all know what's going to happen, because she doesn't know. She doesn't know about the muse part of things. So here's a spoiler. So she is with the guy that she likes. I think his name is Dave. I think. He's always wanting her to sing. He's a singer. They're dating in secret. She ends up hanging out with him over the summer, and they kind of fall asleep on his bed. And as he falls asleep first, she starts humming, which that is a part of like connecting to the stars and like kind of bringing out her powers, I guess. She ends up doing that, linking with him, sees his dreams. Then she gets like another dream about a dynamic where a man fell in love with a star woman. She was not supposed to, you're not supposed to stay on Earth, basically. But, you know, she would come and see him every now and then. She knew that she was like inspiring him. He was a painter, and he knew what she was. And then he took advantage of it. And then he started to keep her captive, beating her, harassing her, like, where's my inspiration? Where's my inspiration? And she's like, I am not the thing that, it's like, I'm a muse. I help you, but I don't make it happen. You know what I mean? And he just could not understand that. Girl. Then he get to beating on her pretty bad. Her blood gets on him, and I think he hurt himself in the process. It ends up freaking healing him. And then he's like, oh, so this is what it is. And so he keeps her captive, uses her blood for a bunch of stuff to sell it. I don't remember I think it's implied that like he kills her. Girl, we find out that Dave fucking knew the whole time. He knew about star people, and he knew that she was a star person. So it's like, what? Girl, Now you keep things from me. And he's trying to, he's trying to be like, I'm sorry, yeah, I've known you were a star person this whole time. I'm not with you so you can inspire me, but that's just what you do. Like, no matter who you're with, you inspire them. And you I almost feel like it's like, kind of gives them good luck because they tend to have success. So it's just sad. It's just sad. I don't know what's going to happen. Let me eat some of this because I'm hungry. Delicious. But we're gonna see. I think this is a standalone. I don't think it's a series. But I'm liking it so far. But he pissed me off already. Dad pissing me off. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if she has to like defeat somebody. That would be nice. Damn. So good. I needed that. I ate cereal for breakfast and it was good. But nothing beats crying tiger and red curry. Especially after I finally took medicine. Because it's a head cold. There's not much you can do. But I took Dayquil. The liquid kind. That shit was disgusting. And Devin likes orange flavor. Ugh! So I had to suffer through that. But I washed it down with my food, and that's all that matters. It's still lingering though. I can feel it. The medicinal orange mentholy taste. Ugh. Anyway, so enough about that. I'm tired. I think I might take a nap. We'll see. But I do want to get into reading. I'm motivated for that. But if I could fall asleep, that would be even better. I've got such a busy weekend. I have to train a new person on Saturday, but it's okay because it's my friend. So my friend's going to start working with me, and I'm really excited. But then on Sunday, I have to go to a store, and I have to film a fucking video with my other employee. I wish she would have said no. Like, she was nominated. She's going to do a fantastic job. She's amazing, but I don't have to go all the way up there, but it's okay. It's no big deal. And then my boss said he was going to give me a gift card for it, so I guess we will be going. We're both getting a gift card, so hell yeah. But luckily it's my friend tomorrow because, like, obviously talking makes me really, really tired and out of it. So a lot of it's going to be, like, taking my time. Like, I won't feel the pressure to, like, not go fast, but, like, I unfortunately end up having to go fast because it's only 5 hours of training. And then you have access to, like, call me and talk to me. But, it's kind of easier when it's your friend, because we'll just chat at any point. And, blah, blah, blah. So let me stop because I'm feeling it. I'm already feeling tired. I'm ready to eat. I'm going to watch something. And I'll see you guys later. Hopefully I have something to talk about that I've read. We'll see.
Welcome back, everybody. I am fully comfy cozy in my bed. I feel like shit. Not much has changed. Okay. I just finished volume 2 of Monster Tribe. Is this the last fucking volume? Like, it almost seemed like it was the last volume, and then it also seemed like very rushed. I was very confused. So we pick back up where we left. The twins, Kaiichi and Ten, they were out with Kuzumi, and they get separated, and then Kaiichi and Ten have to fight these two people. Okay, cool. Kaiichi ends up getting hurt more. Ten ends up kind of like being more monster than human. I forgot that Ten and Kaiichi are half human. I forgot about that. And then I was sitting here, like, is Kuzumi half human? Because it almost seemed like he was half human too, but I could be wrong. What was it saying? Oh yeah, okay. Sorry. So Kaiichi gets hurt. They take him back. They're like, okay, now we got to get another brother. There was a whole another fucking brother all along. He's the eldest brother. Chizaki, I think that's his name. And I knew before we even met him, he was going to be a vampire. It's like there's always a vampire, and it's fine. He was good looking. That's neither here nor there. But I just felt I needed to make that point, because sometimes you got to point out when someone's hot. I'm not wrong. Anyway, yeah, we got to fucking fight to get him back, and then we have this epic showdown with these other monsters, and then. And here's where the real spoilers come, because I'm about to give spoilers away. I'm sorry. So, I forgot what exactly was going on with the dad, because the dad is basically just like an eyeball right now. Apparently, I don't even remember what happened to him to make him an eyeball, because he's not, like, supposed to look like that. Or I guess that's another form he can take. So, the whole point was these portals were opening up, and demons were coming into the human world where Ten and his family are, and they, I guess, like, have been protecting the human world. Damn, my hand looks fucking big. Sorry. Oh gosh, I'm so loopy. I can't really remember. Okay, you got this, Connie. Okay, so I thought we were seeing a flashback, which I guess we kind of did. We saw this one guy, also a good-looking man. Congratulations to him. We saw this other guy who I don't think we saw in Volume 1. Well, first of all, we see this person. I kind of remember this person. They're like a fucking, who knows. They're working on the side that's trying to, like, kill, that's this guy. I guess kill humans. This dude, I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm excited to see, like, he's obviously the main dude doing all this. But, as the story continues, they beat off, oh my god. The brothers are able to defeat the 3 monsters that they're fighting against. Oh, but then we see this background, and we come to understand that the dad likes humans, and the dad likes monsters. And apparently he got close to hundreds and hundreds of years ago. I guess when he had his first 3 kids, not the twins yet. He ended up becoming friends with this brother and sister that were witches and were from a witch village. At first I was like, okay, is the sister the mom to the twins? But it was so hard to follow. I couldn't tell, like, okay, was she the mom? Because it doesn't seem like she's the mom. Something happens, and they have to, I guess a portal opens up, and they have to do something to make it go away. The dad ends up saying, like, I'm gonna do this. Somehow the sister dies. I don't know how the sister died. Like, that just seemed like very glossed over. She's just dead, and it doesn't seem like she would be dead. They don't give us context for what's going on. So now it's like this animosity between her brother and the dad, right? I don't remember what the dad's name is, but the eyeball dude. Obviously, it's a flashback. He's not just an eyeball. His form is like that of a dragon, which is most like what 10 is. So 10 is very close to their dad in terms of powers. And the brother has an issue with the dad. They're going to unseal something that the sister apparently sealed, and when they unseal it, her ghost comes out, hits the brother. The dad inhabits the brother's body. What the fuck? And now the brother-dad body is like quasi whatever, I don't know. Okay. Then the kids saw it. I was like, okay, how'd the kids get there? How did they get there so quick to see what was going on? You see these fucking people go crazy. I mean, some of the drawings are so freaking cute. So, like, this is the dad when we first meet him as well. Okay, he's begging for his dad not to leave him. Aki, you and I think alike. My wish. Okay, so he comes up on him. Okay, I don't know what's happening. I think that's his dad. Something. Okay, the brothers are here. Time for him to team up. I feel like I don't even remember this shit now. I didn't skip this. So close. Kaiichi, as I expected, my portal isn't strong enough. So, oh yeah, he can, like, open portals and, like, send people back. I forgot about that. I won't let you leave me behind again. It's like 10, don't, like, go to whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then we just, like, fast forward. We just fast forward to the future, and I was like, oh, but wait, hold on. Are they in the past now? But no, because you can tell by the back, usually, like, as you can see, like, this would indicate that it's a flashback, right? So it is a flashback. Okay, so that's supposed to be the dad, I guess, as the dragon without a head. The headless dragon dragged that monster into the portal and vanished in an instant. My single jaw eyeball pops really doesn't know when to quit. So he's trying to save them. This is, I don't know what the fuck that is supposed to be. And then we see this. So they're like to get, okay, he's gonna, whatever. Now, don't that look like the damn end of you? Don't that look like the end? Like, not gonna be another volume? Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Very cool, but, like, it doesn't indicate on the back that it's the final volume. Oh my god, I'm such a fucking dumbass. In real time. It's on the fucking cover, dumbass. Wow. I'm gonna debate if I keep this in. Because that is epic levels of stupid. Of not fucking paying attention. What the hell? That was way too rushed. Okay, so obviously I'm a dumbass and I totally did not see that. I did not see that at all. I did not see final. What an idiot. I'm so used to it being on the back. We switching stuff up, Monster Tribe. Okay, girl. Now, if I would have known this would have been 2 fucking episodes. If I would have known this would have been 2 fucking volumes, I would have fucking reread the first volume, to be quite honest with you. Okay. Well, that's disappointing. That's very disappointing to hear that this is a 2-volume series. So much shit happened. Like, this is like almost the worst thing I've experienced. And I read Ayashiman. Okay, that was 3 volumes, and that shit absolutely should have had at the very least 5 volumes if you're gonna wrap it up so quickly. Wow. Well, I finished a series. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, so this kind of changes things because, like, by the end of it, I was like, well, what the fuck is going to be the 3rd volume? Okay, so, like, I think the big point of this very short series, one is family. Not necessarily loyalty, but being there for your family. You get a little bit more background on the dad, and it was actually good to see that. That he had befriended witches. Somehow he's still alive, but he's kind of left his kids alone, I guess. He says he's basically going to see them years from now. What does that mean for them? They're half human. Are they going to live as long as their brothers? I don't know. But anyway, somehow everything worked out. All the brothers are together, even the eldest one who was, like, trying to, like, stay away from it. It was so interesting because we see that he has been watching them as they've gotten older. We don't really, like, we kind of get a reason for why he had a falling out with everybody. But I also was kind of lost on what it was. Then the fucking person with the mask on showed up for the older brother. I think the thing, like, I'm overstimulated and I'm loopy, so it's hard. But at the same time, like, I'm so confused. But I don't hate it. I did not hate this, even though in real time I'm finding out it's only 2 volumes. It's not bad. I especially love the first volume. Oh, but anyway, getting back to the point. Yeah, it's about, family, being true to yourself, really figuring out who you are. Because 10, I think, is the main character of this story. All of his brothers pretty much know who they are. I think some more than others kind of embrace the monster side. Kaiichi and 10 had been estranged for like 3 years, and then they come back together because of all this at the very beginning of volume 1. But 10 is really the one who is struggling the most. And we kind of see like flashbacks of why he would rather be a human than he would rather be a monster. And to see the flashbacks of like the dynamic between his dad and the two human witches, it's like, okay, he is the most like his father. His dad seems honestly to love everybody, just seems to be like a really good monster, you know? And he clearly ends up sacrificing himself so the kids can be safe. Somehow working things out with the guy's, the brother to the sister who died. But, like, what a crazy, wacky, like, way to, like, do that so quickly. Like, I didn't sense that she was dead. I don't even understand what happened. I don't even understand what they wrapped up in the fucking ball and put chains around it and sealed it. I don't even know what you did there. So I might have to reread the first volume, but even though I read it last year, I don't feel like I'm missing anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it was really that cut and dry, girl. I don't know. But yeah, I feel pretty stupid. But you know what? I'm sick. Did I realize that before I was sick? No. I didn't realize that when I bought volume 2. But that's not the point. I think I get a pass right now for not knowing what the hell is going on. And it took me quite a long time to read this because I feel awful. So people feel sorry for me. I've got a cold. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to read some more. I'm gonna keep trying to push. I am not typically somebody who likes to nap. I mean, if a nap takes me, I'll follow. Okay, I will embrace a nap if I can't fight it, right? But now, maybe I am fighting it. Yeah, I haven't gotten that far. I haven't gotten so far down the track to have to fight it yet. So that's why. Oh, and also started snowing again. What is going on? In my birthday month? Cut it out. Cut it out. That was for January, not for February, okay? I'm so exhausted. I am so exhausted. And I'm such a dumbass. I brought all these fucking things. So I basically created another living room in the bedroom. What am I doing? Okay. I think I have to call it for now. I'm going to try to keep going. I think I might want to pick up my Kindle and maybe read more Day of Breath. Or listen to Star Daughter, but I have to try something. I'm gonna switch it up, or I'll open something. I don't know. Oh my God! Also, Ponds Where Flowers Fall came back today. Yes. So excited. Oh my God! Here's a spoiler. Sorry, because I gotta talk about it. I was reading it earlier when I picked up Red Curry. I was sitting in the restaurant waiting, and I just read the whole episode. Hell yeah. The lady who works there is so nice. She's so freaking nice. She was like, "Oh, you're not staying here? You usually bring your I usually bring like my big ass drink of Brew La La because it just makes sense to get it on my way there." She was like, "Oh, you're not?" And I was like, "No." And I didn't get my ice cream either. Oh, I know. She's like, "You want something to drink?" I was like, "No, girl. I'm gonna keep my mask on because I'm not feeling one. I'm not trying to get any else sick." But anyway, Pond Where Flowers Fall is back. The whole way that the last season ended was Hanbit and Wooju kind of get figured out by Wooju's mom. She's horrified. Now, does Wooju tell her everything that happened? No. But he basically says, just shut the fuck up. Let it be. I got this opportunity to go to America. I'm going to take it. Let it lie. Hanbit, he goes into Wooju's room. I don't remember if he knew yet that he was gone or what, but he finds Wooju's journal. He sees like all of the entries, basically like detailing how Wooju felt all this time about Hanbit. It's so frustrating. Now, granted, this dynamic is different than some other ones where it's like, usually someone is so delusional where they're like, I know that you like me. You know what I mean? And they're like, I mean, they do, but like, they just come like, of course we're going to beat it. You know, I don't know. And this one is just like, okay, we're reading it wrong. And if only they would have just communicated. But even when they did try to communicate, someone was always getting it wrong. So it's like, it's frustrating because Wuju sits there and he's like, oh, Hanbit, I know you only think of me as a brother. And I don't want to ruin this family dynamic. Well, he's not really his biological brother. They're stepbrothers. Well, he's fucking you, okay? So I think that we can sit here and say that he probably thinks of you as more than a brother. I hate to have to say that. Never thought that would ever come out of my mouth, but this is fiction. It's fiction. So I can say that, I guess. Wuju, what? I mean, look, did Hanbit always kind of be like, oh my God, my brother? Yeah, he made it weird. Ish, I guess. But at the end of the day, if Wuju would have just said, Hanbit, I think I have feelings for you that are more than familial, it's romantic. Oddly, I think that Hanbit would have gotten it. Like, it would have clicked to him. But when we saw the flashbacks to when they were younger, I can understand why Wuju felt that way. That, like, Hanbit was never going to be capable of seeing it any other way because, like, obviously Hanbit was, like, so enthusiastic and excited about having a brother. You know what I mean? So I feel for him because obviously it fucking sucks or whatever, but yeah, he's in America now. He left Hanbit a fucking letter. He's fucking crying on the fucking floor. Let's see. Season 3 has begun. I'm excited. I mean, I assume they're going to be together. And yes, it's frustrating because legally, by marriage, they are related. I hope this doesn't break the parents up because it's not the parents' fault. They seem to be very happy with each other. But I mean, what would you do in that situation if you fell in love with your step-sibling? Oh my God. Thank God I only have one and it's a woman. And I do not want to date my stepsister. But what would you do? I don't know. I can't even put myself in that scenario because it's like, I don't know. Because, like, to me, I would just see you as my sibling. But then this is an Omegaverse, so, Lord, we got people going into heat. We got people having ruts. I mean, it's just a wild, wacky world. Everything is crazy. But anyway, I got myself all worked up again. I just get to chatting. I'm having fun, but I'm tired. So let's see if I end up going to sleep. If you hear from me, you'll hear from me. If you don't, you maybe hear from me tomorrow. But I do have a very busy weekend, and we will see. We will see what happens. So, see you guys later. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's Tuesday. I know that I have my face on, but excuse the hair. Okay, we haven't really gotten and dug into getting my hair done, but we're back after a weekend of me being miserably sick. I'm feeling a lot better, thankfully. Devin took really good care of me Sunday and Monday. I really, really appreciate it. It's hard for me to actually rest, like I feel like, well, yeah, Devin did say he would do this thing, but I'm awake, so I can just go ahead and do it because it's on my mind, and it's hard for me to I guess it's hard for me to rest, quite frankly. I don't know what that's about, but that's just how I am. So I allowed myself to rest yesterday. I still feel, like I can't put into words, but like, I think I sound still a little congested, but not too bad, which is good. I still kind of get winded talking too much. So I kind of lose my energy, but I am going to leave the house today because I do want to go to Brill a lot. I might go to Books A Million too, but I was going to sit here and do something, and I figured, why wouldn't I just show you guys me doing it? Okay, so I'm not a big purse person. A lot of the purses that I have are like crossbodies. I don't really tend to wear like the shoulder strap ones that much, especially on this shoulder because I had a tumor removed. So I'm like missing a chunk of muscle and skin. So you'd think it would hold a purse really well, but it doesn't. But I was absolutely influenced by Angel Kiss. Okay, so I got this bag, okay. I bought this little chain. I had extra little like O loops from when I had to like extend one of my bracelets. So
Yeah. I love that. I love that. I want something that's like obnoxious and silvery and cute. But it can't just be this one. So yes, I did buy a second one. Oh, also the point is I'm going to show you me decorating some of it. That was actually the point. I'm excited for this one. Okay, this is like so fucking cute. Dude, the pink. Like, I don't typically wear white, but like, I'm just like obsessed with this. I love the way this looks. I was just influenced on TikTok so fucking hard. So I had to do it. I went and got it. But we are in the, we are in the sticker, charm, and pin case. Y'all saw me break into this when I did my pin boards. These are all the stickers I have not put on my car or done anything with. We've got some pins here. I've got so many chains. Here are my little extra bags. Ooh, dude, I forgot I had some of these. Okay, so, I don't know really what I want to do with this bag. I have some stuff on my, oh my God, I totally forgot about this. I know Hallie got me this. Fucking handsome Shrek. Lord, that's one I don't think I would feel safe putting on my bag, but yeah, I don't know what I want the theme to be. I have some other stuff in my wish list of like, okay, I would want to see that on the bag, but what kind of stuff would I want? Now, I forgot I had this. Yeah. Oh my God. I know she got me this, dude, because I don't remember this. I don't remember getting this. So much Promare stuff. I still love Promare, but like I was I was heavily obsessed with Promare. Oh, this one's so cute, but I remember getting this. I think I got this at NekoCon or KatsuCon. It's supposed to be for Devin. We'll see. I don't want to go too crazy because I do want to have like space for the other stuff that I want to put on here, like to curate it better. Wow, dude, I forgot about this. I got a Black Panther one. Who gave me that? Did I buy that or did my friend buy that for me? That's such an interesting question. Anyway, okay, stay on track, Connie. If I wanted this to be, I feel like this is not a dig at myself. I don't think I have baddie energy, like sexy baddie energy, but this bag gives me like, it just reeks of sexy baddie energy, okay, to me. So I think I want to put sexy baddies on here. If I still have some, because I know some are attached to my other bags. Like I have this amazing Meg Thee Stallion charm, but it's on a different bag. And I know I could just take the charms off, but maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Well, obviously he can be on there. Hello. And since I'm going into Books A Million where I was judged for liking BL, maybe I should do it. Yeah. Yeah. What you know about that? What you know about that? Y'all know I love a man tied up on his knees. So we'll be putting that on there. So where would we, I want you to see them. And they have bigger things, so I could actually put it on these. Put it on the, maybe. Damn, these things are thick. Okay, hold on. Just gotta be patient. Still have the finger strength. But anyway, actually, let me talk about stuff. So while I had a super busy weekend. It was insane in terms of like Saturday training someone. Sunday, luckily, the thing I had to do, that person called out because they weren't feeling well. So I didn't have to do the going to one of my furthest stores and filming this fucking video, promotional video for the company we work for. Because like, why would I want to fucking do that? And this is not working. So we're going to put her on something different, on a different part. She just took it back. We'll put you, should I put you? I don't know. I'm scared of this falling though. Maybe we'll just put you on here. Stay on track, please, Connie. Okay, so yeah, I was happy because I didn't have to go to one of my furthest stores to do the promotional video. That was definitely exciting because I didn't want to have to drive there and then do the fucking shit. And then, but I didn't read. I could not focus on reading at all. It was so bad. It sucked a lot. But it wasn't until yesterday where like I wasn't stuck in the bedroom that I could finally really read. So we'll talk about that before I leave. Oh, look at that. They look so cute. Do I have a pin though that could go on here and be cute? I could just make this a Promare bag. I don't have a Promare bag, really. I mean, I have a Studio Trigger bag. Blair, yes, she's a baddie. Oh, you know what? Karapaki's a baddie. We might put you in there. Hinata, you're okay. Ooh, Robin. Yes, she's going. Should I just put another Leo in here? Oh, I have a Nami. I have a lot more stuff in here than I thought. Okay, I have, I might do primarily Promare, but then put other baddies on here. I think that's a good idea. One of the biggest baddies of them all, Death, my wife. You were definitely going on here. I remember I got her from Tatsucon. For sure. Okay, that's what we're gonna stick with for now. She's gonna be very, very, very jangly, like loud. God, I have so many stickers. But anyway, I did manage to get some reading done, so I'm really happy about that because I did not feel like I was getting much done at all. Oh my gosh, where should I put them? Now I'm feeling like it's too much. What do I do? What do I do? Okay, actually, you know what? We're gonna wait. I'm gonna see how I like these two larger ones, jangling and dangling, because that may be all I can handle on this bag when you really think about it. That's like super jangly. What I would really like though is a plush doll. I don't have a plush doll to hang from here. That's like an appropriate size. I do have the one that I bought twice, unfortunately, on accident, but it's fine. Okay, we'll talk about what I read first. So I read volumes 1 and 2 of Sleeping on Paper Boats. This was really, really, really good. Not what I was expecting. I didn't really listen to a lot of people talk about what this was about when it first came out. I just remember people talking about how it was like a psychological kind of thriller thing, possible murderer type thing, but it's not quite like that. So I'll read the back for you guys. Kai Kitahara, a visionary screenwriter who has taken post-war Japan by storm, has made the difficult decision to lay down his pen for good after he realizes the people he's been basing his characters on have all met unfortunate ends. He spends his days in misery, waiting to die, until a reason to live finds him in the gutter, too drunk and beaten to move. Kai can't help but be attracted to his savior's bewitching innocence, and the urge to write about him grows stronger by the day. Knowing he can't take the risk, he vows never to use his pen against him, but will temptation prove too great? So this is really, it definitely is psychological, like a psychological thriller type thing. Basically, as it said, like Kai, he's a screenwriter. He's had a lot of success. We don't find out about his childhood background until volume 2, which is very significant and like a big deal, a big part of like what is really going on. He had a pretty crazy, wacky, zany childhood apparently, but when he starts writing and having success, the people that he's modeled his like main characters on that are actually close to him start to die, and he runs away from it all, decides he's not going to write anymore until Yoichi discovers him. Something that is really significant in Kai's life and then in Yoichi's life is years and years ago when they were both younger, a bus that they were both on was smashed into, and they were the only 2 survivors. And they went on to go do or live totally different lives, right? So the thing with Kai is he's trying to atone for what he thinks is his like Death Note style pen, if you will. And he is haunted by like a bloodied version of himself, like a almost death omen, it seems. And it just keeps following him. And every time he's inspired to write, this thing is like hovering over him. And it seems like when he meets Yoichi, that releases him, but not from it. It's hard to explain unless you read it. It's like, it's almost like he's embracing it, but there's more to it, okay? Yoichi and him develop a relationship, and it's very magical. Yoichi is a photographer. He sees all of this beauty in Kai. Kai is not totally honest about about what is going on with him and why he stopped making movies, because Yoichi was like completely inspired to be a photographer because of him. And yeah, when Yoichi is like, I want you to write our love story for Kai, that means if I write about you, you're going to die. And at a turn of events, and here's some spoilers here, the CEO of the production company that was putting out Kai's movies, this guy has always been, oh, I can't wait for you to come back. He seems not so bad at first, but we start to slowly see that he is not a really good person after all. He's clearly been doing stuff behind the scenes for Kai, so he can't get into any other line of work. He can only be known for this one thing, and he just needs to suck it up and make a movie. Well, he has success with the movie, and Yoichi is by his side. And finally, the CEO is like, okay, well, this is going to be one of the best ideas ever. You're going to write about yourself, and you're going to die. Because, the CEO knows, I think his name is Mr. Azuma, he knows that this is how Kai thinks. I mean, he's been there. He's produced these movies. He knows these people died. Some of those people were his friends even. And he's basically like, no, this is going to be perfect. We have to keep this going. You need to think about everybody who is a part of this production company. It's the right thing to do to sacrifice yourself. So along with that, he's also kind of like thinly veiled, is that the right phrase? Threatening Yoichi. So he's like, if you don't do it, you know what's going to happen, Kai. So Kai kind of separates himself from Yoichi. Obviously, that's not great. And girl, then we find out something crazy. So here's a real spoiler. Girl, the person who was killing all them fucking people, it wasn't the fucking death god. It was Mr. Azuma, because he was building up the lore to this one moment. Oh my God, sick and twisted. What we kind of think is this death omen, thing clinging to him, when we finally get all of Kai's background. His father was a writer. Kai's real biological mother was a geisha. And I actually really don't know what was going on there. It's like he wrote about her. He ended up, the husband, the father, was actually married to someone else. So he was never married to Kai's mom. He had an affair with her. Kai's stepmother basically had to raise him and he was not the dad was never in his life like that. Well, then he picks Kai up, takes him to the geisha, and is like, this is your mom. They have this like really kind of nice time together, but something is clearly happening with the dad. He can't write. He has writer's block. But his most famous work is a work that's based off of the geisha, Kai's mom. And when the mom is basically like, you need to grow up to be like a great writer like your father, Kai is like, oh, I'm gonna write something. I'm gonna show him, I'm gonna impress my dad. And his dad goes fucking nuts and almost kills his fucking son, because he's like, how dare you have talent and be able to produce this, and I am stuck like this. That's not fair. That's not right. And then the fucking mom convinces him to fucking jump off a cliff with him. Girl. So we had a suicide pact all along. And this entity is really a young Kai haunting himself because he blocked out that part of his childhood. And he has this sense of guilt because he then also feels like he killed his dad and killed his mom because of him wanting to write. So it's not that his pen was really killing people and that like he had a death note almost. It's that somebody was working behind the scenes to build up a lore, taking advantage of the, insecurities that Kai had from his childhood. Sick and twisted. But then he exposes the shit, okay? He puts it out there. That man gets sent to prison. But the good thing is that Kai does not lose his ability to write. He eventually writes, but at this point, Kai and Yoichi have separated. Yoichi is like, you know what? I'll leave. I don't want you to kill yourself, or basically know that Mr. Azuma is going to kill you. for me. Like, I will go and I will escape or whatever, and you don't have to worry about me. But they end up being brought together again because Kai ends up making that love story, the movie, the screenplay, and it's absolutely beautiful. Yoichi goes on to be a famous photographer. They end up living together in Paris, and it was just such a beautiful little end. And I really loved this. I loved the backdrop of the time, of the era. I don't think I've read a lot of things that take place in that time period, so it was really cool to see, like, you know, like a film noir style thing going on. I thought the characters are really interesting. I really liked our main character. I liked that there was more to it than just like a magical realism, you know, like he really could do that. And then eventually he does let it go. He does release the pain and the guilt and all of this pent up emotion that he's carried since he was a kid. He finally releases it. And that's what brings him to the conclusion of, like, I need to expose what Mr. Azuma did, because he took people away that had families, that had loved ones. For what? To build up a mystique? Fuck you, is what I feel. Then I got into Tease Me Harder, a sweet and kinky romance. This was very cute. So I do own the second volume. I was like on and off with this one because the main female character, what's her name? Yuka. I do find her very cute, and I try to understand that, like, from her point of view, she's always felt so weird because of the things that she has found interesting. So tentacle stuff, BDSM. Her kink is being submissive, and I think the thing is that, like, it was hard for me because, like, I wish that she was a little bit more confident, but you understand, like, there's a reason for that. So she lost me a few times because I was like, girl, please stand up. Oh my God, you're killing me here with this, like, oh my God. But gotta understand the character, gotta understand, it's fine. She is dating Mahiro, who is very sweet, a very, very sweet, not ever into BDSM type person. But the sweet thing about it is, like, he's very nerdy. So he takes on the task of being a dom for her very seriously. He studies it. He is really determined to be a good dom for her. And I loved that. But the whole way that it ends up coming out was crazy. Oh my God. So they're dating for like 6 months. They haven't even had sex yet. It's very, very PG. I don't even think it's gone to PG-13 yet. They've held hands basically. And they went out somewhere for Christmas. They took a selfie. She took it on her phone. She has fantasies about Dark Mahiro, where, you know, in her fantasy, he's a dom. And he's real vicious, but she likes it. She wants that. And she is, like, fantasizing about, like, him being there and him making her take a lewd photo of herself. And she ends up taking the photo. And he ends up texting her for the photo in front of the tree, but she sends him the message of her up the skirt, basically, looking very frazzled, hot, and bothered. I would die. I would actually turn my phone off, throw it and break it, and then go to the store to get my number changed and get a whole new phone. And then I would delete all my social media. If I were her, like, that would have been my thing, because what do you mean you just saw that? And nobody knows I like it. So it ends up being fine. It's so cute. And the way this one ended, it seems like there's going to be another lady. But who will that lady be into? Will she be into Mahiro, or will she be into Yuka somehow, some way? That's, for a second, I thought Yuka's friend was into Mahiro. I didn't like that, but we shall see. But this was good. This ended up being really, really cute. And I want to continue on with this because I think that she will grow on me as she has her own confidence. Because, like, the thing is that I understand that her personality is, her kink of choice is to be submissive. But then, like, in every other aspect, like, she seems most confident in the time when she is fully in that submissive role, which I can understand. But it's like, in her everyday life, it's like, I'm, like, very meek, and she doesn't speak up for herself. And it's hard to get into that. So I'm hoping, because now she's with someone who truly embraces what she's into, she's in a committed relationship with someone who she feels comfortable with, she will no longer be incapable of speaking up for herself in everyday life, because I don't like characters like that. It really just isn't my thing. So it's hard for me. But now we're on to this one. Something I was looking forward to so much. He craves to be teased by his favorite ASMR streamer, Volume 1. Yes, I absolutely loved this. This was everything I wanted it to be. I can't wait for Volume 2. I can't even imagine what Volume 2 will be. I loved every second of this. So let's read the back so I don't go on too much of a tangent. Tempt me, tease me. Karasuma Kodai is an introverted university student who streams spicy ASMR roleplays once or twice a week. His view counts haven't been increasing as of late, though, so he's been thinking of quitting. Then he discovers that the cheerful and popular Minami Masaya, his polar opposite, is an avid listener who actively chats during his streams. Even more shocking is Minami's red-faced admission that he used Karasuma's ASMRs for his own self-pleasure. I can't come without your voice. Karasuma is so surprised that he offers to help without thinking. At first, he feels a sense of superiority from seeing Minami's lurid reactions to his voice, but he gradually finds that talking isn't enough. He grows to like Minami and wants to touch him gently. Okay, this is an actual scene, okay, where they go to Karasuma's room after like the reveal that he listens to him, because he gets a boner, and he's like, okay, I'll help you take care of it. He is like, don't look at me in the face. Don't look at me. I'm gonna put my back to you. And girl, then he gets to whisper in his ear, and then he falls back. I loved every second of it. Oh my God. It was just so good. I don't have anything more to say. I literally don't have a single thing to complain about. Actually, I do. I wish it was longer, and I wish I had Volume 2 right now. That's my only complaint. I want access to it immediately. This was really, really cute. I really liked this. I did not mind the miscommunication, and I really do hope that we learn more in Volume 2 about Karasuma's brother. So it's referenced a lot. So Karasuma's the one who's a brunette. He's always been seen as very gloomy. He's kind of introverted. He doesn't talk very often, but clearly from a young age, however much older his brother is, nobody in the family seemed to care that they had a second son, so they treated Karasuma like shit and his older brother like he was amazing. And it doesn't seem like anybody ever gave him the opportunity to speak about the things that he liked, so of course he's not gonna fucking say anything. And now he's got self-confidence issues, so what the fuck? What the fuck? There you have that. So his brother gets referenced a few more times, and I really want to see that. I want to see what's going on with that, because fuck you. Don't treat your brother like that. Then we go to Minami. So cute. I really liked in the back where we see the first moment when he hears his ASMR, because it was an accident. So Karasuma, he actually is creating a game. He's a game developer, and Minami wants to see it. So he gets that information, but because it's under the same name, it links him to the ASMR page. And he gets to gorking it. He gets to gorking it right there. Oh my God, it was just so great. I was very pleased. 5 stars. Yes. Next up, but not beside me, I will be reading Natsumi Wants to Be Tamed. Is it tamed or trained? No, it's Blossom. My bad. That's the first one. So that's the second one after Natsumi Wants to Be Trained. Yes. And I might have to reread the first volume. I only vaguely remember what happened in the first volume, and I think I'm going to get confused with a different work by Mamita. So I might reread it just to be safe. I mean, why not? Might as well reread one of my favorite mangakas. But yeah, I think there's some things that I might be looking for. Today's the 10th, I think. So there is some stuff that maybe if I didn't get it earlier, it might be released today. So I think I have enough energy to make it out of the house and kind of go to my usual spots. I mean, I make the energy, let's be honest. If I want Brew Lala, I'm gonna fucking get it. But don't get me started. I might end up going to fucking Thai, get me some Thai food. Who knows? I haven't eaten anything today. Don't be mean to me. I'm sorry. I will before I go. But yeah, so I think for now, the bag should stay like this. We're gonna see how I like all of this. Because even on my Bagoo, I don't have that many things. I mean, it jangles. It does. And if anyone was wondering, yes, it comes with a long strap. So if I can't take this, which I think I should be able to, I haven't worn a bag like this in so long. Oh, you need that? Oh, sorry, hold on, look. Oh, you need a book recommendation? So glad you asked. Well, how about her? I absolutely must recommend you. And then we keep going. That's what I want to do. That's actually exactly, I didn't have books in at the time, but that's exactly how I presented the bags to Deb. And I was like, close your eyes. You need something from my purse? I got a lot of time on my hands. But there you have it. This might not be long enough, but I never in the beginning remember how to do the long straps. How you do that, make it long. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Yes, ma'am is basically the first season's done. I finally started following the creator on Twitter. Girl in Korea that ended like in November, it seems, last year. Life is so hard. Life is so hard, and it ended in a way I didn't like, and the special episode was just okay. Not bad. It's just I don't want the season to be over, so I appreciate being able to eat a little bit, but that's not the meal I ordered. That's not the meal I ordered. Okay. Special episode coming up they're still gonna be getting freaky, so that's cool, but it's a different dynamic, and that's fine. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep doing it, and it'll be cool. But yeah, I started reading something else. I unlocked everything. Driver's High. I'm liking that because Leslin is doing something about like sports stuff, and I guess NASCAR racing is a sport. Yeah. Anyway, now I'm feeling like I don't have energy, so I'm gonna go drink some water because that was a lot of talking. I'm sweating actually. I don't know if you could tell, but like I am. Yeah, I don't know if you can actually see that, but it's sweat. It's hot. So I'll see you guys in a second. If I get anything, you will see it. So yeah. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, so I didn't end up filming an outro for the video that you're now watching. That's what this is for. I'm gonna make it really quick. So I'm feeling a lot better, which is really good. I'm including my review of these in the one I'm currently filming. So I'm just going to say that what I ended up basically reading after we talked was Spring Storm and Monster, Volume 1. And then I started and finished not too long after, but right before we did the live stream yesterday, Volume 2 of Spring Storm and Monster. This is very interesting, so I'm not going to go into a tangent about it. You'll see it in the next vlog, but interesting little story. I think it really walks the line of taboo, of like, you know, well, no, I mean, it walks the line of something taboo. It's step siblings, but the kids are very complex, especially the main male character, Kaya. So Ronko is the female character, Kaya is the male character. I'm definitely interested. The 5th volume comes out the day after my birthday. So exciting. So I will be picking that up. I simply must. I have to know what's going on, even though I haven't read Volume 4 yet. I did read Volume 3. I finished it this morning. Interesting. Actually, no, I finished it last night on the live stream. But other than that, I'm trying to catch up on stuff that I have on Leslin. we'll get into that a little bit later tonight. I need to leave in a second, but I'm feeling better. But now a new monthly fun visit has happened, and I'm sitting here like, now why the hell was I just sick for a week and then I got to feel this? It sucks, but you know what? It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna make it through this. Barely. But anyway, life is good. We're gonna keep on trucking. We're gonna keep on reading. I'm excited. So thanks you guys for watching. If you like the video, please like the video. If you like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on other social media. It's in the description box down below. And you have a good day. Goodbye.